In spite of the fact that Matt Gaetz is not even 40 years old yet, he has spent most of his adult life working in politics, either at the state level as a state representative or at the federal level as a U.S. representative. So over the years, he's had a lot of staffers. There have been a lot of people coming and going, dozens and dozens and dozens who have worked for Matt Gaetz in the past, both in Florida and at his office up in D.C., and something interesting is happening with those staffers. These staffers don't last forever. They use this as a springboard to get other, better jobs. And unfortunately, for a lot of these staffers, at least 25 of them, they're no longer mentioning that they worked for Matt Gaetz. According to an analysis of the social media pages, the LinkedIn pages specifically, of these former Matt Gaetz staffers, 25 of them have totally scrubbed any mention of Matt Gaetz from their LinkedIn pages. Okay, probably one of the most high-profile jobs these individuals have had over the years, working for a congressman, but the guy has become so toxic that they're like, shucks, I can't put that on. I can't say I worked for this guy. Look how toxic he is. That's going to destroy me. Nobody's going to want to hire somebody who worked for somebody who may have done all these horrible things that we're learning about every single week. So they're removing Matt Gaetz's name from their resumes. Now that's pretty massive. So look, they understand how toxic Matt Gaetz is. And to me, that tells us a little more about how toxic Matt Gaetz really is. Because these are the people that were with him every step of the way. And if Matt Gaetz did some of the things that he's been accused in the media of doing, these people would probably have a good inkling as to whether or not these stories are true. See, that's the real story here. Again, Matt Gaetz has not been charged with anything at all. But if he did the things that the media has reported that they think he's done, that the receipts kind of verify. If he did all that, there's no way he could have done this in a vacuum, with only Joel Greenberg and his ex-girlfriend knowing what took place. Staffers are very attentive. Staffers are always around. They have to know something. And if these same people are sitting there saying, nope, I'm going to go ahead and remove this, it may be about not just future employment prospects, but maybe because they don't want to raise any red flags because they don't want to be interviewed by the authorities. Now, the authorities would still be able to find these people, right? You have records of who worked for whom, but you certainly don't need to broadcast it to the entire world that you worked for the guy. Make the authorities really work for it if they want to come and find you. So that's my theory about what's really happening here. Because again, if Gaetz did those things that they think he did, some of those people know about it, and they're trying to make people forget that they were ever there.